it's Hannah, and welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you're new here. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. In today's video, I am going to be doing a review and first impressions on an eyeshadow palette that I have been dying to review for y'all. This is the Ace of Beauty Vintage Dawn eyeshadow palette, and this is just absolutely gorgeous. You get 12 gorgeous shadows in this palette, and I absolutely have really fallen in love with the way that this palette looks, and I have been dying to play with it ever since I did receive it, and I've been waiting for this day for so long to sit down and finally do a video for y'all on it. So that is what we're going to do today. We're going to play around with it. Y'all are going to see me create this look right here on my eyes and hear my thoughts and my opinions on this palette, on whether or not I think that it is worth the price tag. Before we get into today's video though, I would quickly like to mention that if I seem a little offish in this video, I don't know why, I just feel like I've been a little offish today. I'm kind of dealing with some nasally, sinusy stuff. Don't really know if it's allergies, don't really know if I'm trying to get a cold. I do know that I do not like this weather that we are having in Georgia. We need to make up our mind if we're going to be hot or if we're going to be cold, because my sinuses just cannot take any more of whatever is going out there in the world and in the environment. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this first impression. Okay, so the Ace of Beauty Vintage Dawn eyeshadow palette retails for $34.99 off of acebeauty.com. This is what the packaging looks like. It is really pretty. It just comes packaged in like this dark gray palette, and then it's got like some gold detailing on it. And then in gold it just says Ace Beauty Vintage Dawn, which is absolutely beautiful. And then you open it up, and that is what the palette looks like. You get 12 gorgeous eyeshadows in this palette, and you get a nice size mirror in the palette as well. I like the fact that the palette is a very small, very compact palette, so that is going to make this palette very easy and very convenient to travel with. So I think what I'm going to do today is I really want to create a look with these first three colors right here in the top row. So I think I'm going to take the shade Daybreak, and I'm going to be applying that to the inner half of my crease using this tiny little crease brush. So as you can tell in my eye, the shade Daybreak was definitely a lot brighter on my eyes, and it definitely looked in the pan. In the pan, it definitely looks like a very muted tone of like a mustard yellow, but on your eyes, it's actually super pigmented and super bright, and I did not notice any fallout whatsoever with that shadow. I had a little bit of fallout right there, but nothing really intense. There was a lot of kick up in the pan, and I mean that's pretty normal for eyeshadows, but I know some people really don't like that, so that is why I wanted to quickly mention that. But other than that, I had no issue with that shadow whatsoever. It's not patchy, and it looks really good, and I really like it. So I think what I'm going to do now is go in with the shade Horizon, which is just the orange shade, again with the same crease brush, and I'm just going to be applying that to the outer half of my crease. Alrighty, so the shade Horizon applied it really nicely, and again, it is a lot brighter than it looks in the pan on the eye, but again, I had no problems, no patchiness, very pigmented, a little bit of fallout, but nothing too crazy. I don't really care about fallout all that much because, truthfully, I do my eyes first, and that's why, because a lot of the times, you know, shadows are going to fall out on you, especially really bright, colorful shadows. So that is why I really recommend doing your eyeshadow first, so that way it's a bit easier to clean up that fallout. But now I really want to put these shadows to the test, because sometimes with yellow shadows, when you blend them out with a blending brush, sometimes they will start looking a little patchy and a little weird. So we're going to take a blending brush. This one is just from Amazon, and we're going to kind of start blending everything out together and just really see how intense the shadow remains. Alrighty, so those shadows blended out really nicely together. I'm really impressed with them. I'm just going to go ahead and say this, that if they don't look that intense on camera, in real life, my shadow is popping. Like, you could see it from outer space. I'm really in love with this. This is really pretty combo. So what I want to do now is I want to apply the shade Sun from the palette. I don't really know how I want to apply it though. I know that I'm going to be using the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. I think what I'm going to do first is apply it dry. I normally like to dampen my shimmer shades with a little bit of the Morphe Continuum Mist setting spray, just because I feel like they apply a little bit better when they're a little bit damp. But I'm going to try this one dry just to see how well it performs. And then if I don't like it, then I'm going to go in with that Continuum Mist setting spray just to damp the brush a little bit and just to intensify the pigment. Okay, so the shade Sun definitely did not apply that great dry. It was a little bit crumbly, and I just didn't like the way that it was applying dry. It just wasn't intense as I wanted it to be, but that's very, very normal for most shimmer shadows with me. So I did go in with the Morphe X Jeffree Star Continuous Setting Mist. I really like this setting mist because it just smells like berries, but it smells kind of like those little berry hard candies that this old guy used to give me when I was little at church. That was like my favorite thing ever because they smelled so good. I never ate them because I didn't really like them, but I just loved the way they smelled. So like I would just sit there the entire time during the service and I would just smell them. But anyway, I really like that shadow, and so far I really like this palette. So we're going to finish up the rest of my eyes, and we are first going to be going in with some mascara, and we're going to be curling my lashes like we always do. The eyelash curler that I use is from e.l.f. I'm going to be probably getting a new one test out in a video really soon, so be on the lookout for that. But the mascara that I'm going to be using today is from Believe Beauty. This is their Extended Lash Lengthening Mascara. I'm just trying to use this up, so that's why I keep on using it in my videos. So let's go ahead and pop on some mascara. Now I'm going to be applying a false eyelash to my eye. I love false lashes. I wear false lashes all the time. And these I also wear all the time as well. These are the style Retta. These are from AOA Studio, which is from shopmissa.com. I love these lashes. I'm probably going to have to stock up on some really, really soon because I'm on my last pair. If you've ever been wondering and curious about the eyelash glue that I like to use, I use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. And it just has a brush tip, and it looks like this. Mine is kind of drying up on me, so I kind of need to replace it and get out my backup, but that's just what it looks like. I love this stuff. I swear by it. It gets tacky super quickly, so without any further ado, I'm just going to be popping on my lash. Alright, so I'm back, and we are going to be finishing up the rest of my eyes. We're going to do up my lower lash line since I did the rest of my makeup off camera. So, this might be a little crazy, but when I looked at this palette, I kind of thought, you know, I want to play around with that shade. I really want to put the shade Cactus and smudge it underneath my lower lash line. So, that is what we are going to be doing today, and I'm just going to be using this tiny little brush to do so. Another new product that we're going to try in this video. This is the LA Colors Auto Eyeliner, and this is just in the shade of white. This is just a basic pencil eyeliner, and it just twists up like that, which is why it is called the Auto Fill Liner. I've really been wanting a new white eyeliner because white in your waterline actually makes you look more awake and more bright-eyed for the daytime versus like black or brown, which it can kind of sometimes close off your eye and make your eye appear more smaller. If you want your eyes to look a bit bigger, then pop on some white eyeliner in your waterline. And if you don't know what your waterline is, it's just that little piece of skin right there between your eyelashes and side sort of your eye. And then lastly for the eyes, I'm just going to be applying some lower lash mascara. So I'm just going to be going back into that Believe Beauty Lash Extended Lengthening Mascara. are my final thoughts on the Ace of Beauty Vintage Dawn eyeshadow palette. I really like the look that I created today with this eyeshadow palette. I know it doesn't really match my shirt, but honestly, I really like it, and I think it's really pretty. I think that the shadows performed very nicely. They blended out like a dream. The only issue I did have was with the shade Sun, but that's only because I did try to use it dry. I just wanted to see how it would do, and it was a bit crumbly dry, so I definitely recommend using a setting spray on your brush before you apply it, or on your finger, so that way you'll get a better application, and it won't be all crumbly and like fall off and everything on you like it did with me. I really like this palette. I feel like it's worth $34. I mean, you're paying for really good quality. And I don't feel like that's bad at all. I know some people probably aren't going to be too thrilled about paying $34 for an eyeshadow palette that's got 12 shadows in it. But I mean, it's really pretty. It's really good quality. It's very pigmented. The shade Cactus was a lot deeper than I was expecting. It looks like in the pan it's going to be kind of like a mossy green. And it's more of a dark forest green when you do apply it. But it is a really pretty shade, and I had no issues with that shade whatsoever. So all in all, I really like this palette. I'm going to keep on using it. I'm going to probably use this in more makeup tutorials in the future because I had a lot of fun creating this look with it, and I want to see what other types of looks I can create with this palette as well. So, with all that being said, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below so that way you can come and be a part of my Hannahcorns. I post and upload new videos every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. And I would absolutely love to have you come on here and be a part of this. Also, don't forget to give me a follow over on social media so that way you can keep up with me on there as well and keep a lookout for when I post and upload new videos. So, yeah, with all that being said, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video on Monday. Bye, my little Hannahcorns.